did in Don't Look Up.
There's no.
Yeah. You just run to the bar and see how much you can drink.
I don't need the end of the world to run to the bar.
But you might run to the bar at that particular time.
Yeah, I know a lot of people in the theater, so
I was
finding people.
a reporter for many years on the energy beat.
Oh, okay. Be written about it.
1970s, 60s.
Yeah. There's some. I was up in March in New York on Sunday.
Oh, at the,
At the climate.
how was it?
It was good. It was fun.
There were a lot of people.
Yeah, I think they said they were estimating 70,000. And this is kind of like Climate Week at the UN.
Well, that's not really time. I'm just setting the mood, setting the flavor. No, conserving electricity.
We were talking about,
Well, streaming, unfortunately. My impression is that the amount of server time given to streaming video probably, I'm not doing the world any favors. But I turned up the lights, so it's okay.
Oh, everybody's so loud. Oh.
Damn it.
you didn't start that screaming.
Makes me feel like I'm probably not going to start with a loud song, though.
Phone's on mute.
For those of you who are tuned in online on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, there's a very awkward and strange whispered conversation going on with the audience. It's very strange, makes me wish we had room microphones for you. I mean, we do, but we don't turn them up very loud, so whisper's probably not so much. Ay, ay, ay.
I hope that's not your day job.
Huh? Whispering to people?
Just harassing the,
Harassing the online audience. Me? Harassing the facilitator? I am the facilitator. No, my job as a facilitator, as an open mic host, is to harass my performers just enough so that when you come away from one of my open mics, you can handle any heckling, any sort of audience situation out in the wild. You can go play a bar, short of people throwing stuff at you, because I don't quite feel like I can go that far as an open mic host. I mean, maybe there would be like an advanced open mic where I do chuck things at performers. You can like parry, catch while you're performing. That would be kind of exciting. But I don't think I can't catch. I can barely throw. It would be a terrible idea. There's that Alaskan. I put you on the list as that Alaskan. You can sign up under your real name if you want. Ty, right? Ah, nice. I have an awkward relationship with names, in that I sometimes remember them, but they tend to go right back out of my head. Fortunately, I have a visual memory, and I think it was sort of written on your... Is it written on your shirt there? Oh, well, then I just made up the first name. Like I said, an awkward relationship with names. Safer to just call you that Alaskan. Right up until another Alaskan shows up, and then there's battles. Which that Alaskan? This Alaskan, that Alaskan, the other Alaskan. Jules Bland I refer to as that Texan.
I mean,
Welcome to the Tuesday night open mic. As I was saying, if you can deal with me, you can probably handle most other playing situations. Jules Bland is the advanced class. We do this every Tuesday evening. We're webcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you had, Alaskan friends back home who would like to tune in, they miss you. That's what I've heard. Or Texans. We have a featured artist this evening called Influxus, which I thought might be a made-up word, and then I encountered many other inflexi on the internet, and I said to myself, either they've all arrived at this idea independently, or Influxus means something deep and dark, and I'm excited to ask them about it. They showed up, they crept around, they introduced themselves, and then they left. So I did not have my opportunity to ask. But I hope to corner them while they're on stage and say, but what is an Influxus? If any of you know, don't tell me because I want to know from them. But I know I can scare you. I'm leaving stains and traces all down your side. I sketch spirals as you sleep. I start on the rib and work my way in. At my request, they may rot and smudge. I've always left mud most everywhere that I have touched. I place my hand to your skin, rub it in, and start all over again. Well, I know I scare you. I'm leaving stains and traces on the inside. I sketch spirals in your head. I work my way back out again. I collapse in quarters. I squeeze out of the bad blood that I have bled. Well, I place this in your hands, rub it in, start all over again. And I am feeling like my fears are colors fleeting into you. Into you, whoa, into you. These are creatures, they are slow-limbed and lovely. They are slipping to our sides again. They open up our chests like wings, let them breathe and lead them to light again. These are kisses, wishes, and spent eyelashes. They are scattered for our heart's defense. These are weeds. They are slow-limbed and weaving. They are mistaking us for angels. Well, I could have said iridescent, but that's been done and done again. I could have said incandescent, but you know damn well that I burned and burned again. I could have whispered such sweet words, but you know they've been said and said again. So I sketch these spirals as you sleep, for your eyes when you wake again. And I am feeling like my tears are colors bleeding into you. Into you, whoa, into you. Into you. And I Dave, if there's compression on my guitar, if you could kill that, because that's really distracting. Like, I feel like my guitar was there and then it went away. So, I've had a moody day. If any of you are having a moody day, this is the place to be, because we can all be moody together. Snappish and snarling. No, be nice. It's one of the awkward things about turning off the lights. It's because all of a sudden I feel justified in my moodiness. I could paint the walls yellow and make it all sunshiny in here. Well, all right then. Oh, this is for Dave. Jim Baird, there is no number 2, so you as number 3 are now number 2. I was number 1, you'll be up next. This is so you're forewarned. Mind, ain't nothing in front of me, ain't nothing behind. There's a woman on my lap, she's drinking champagne. Got white skin and assassin's eyes. I'm looking up into the sapphire skies. I'm well dressed, waiting on the last train. I'm up on the gallows with my head in the noose. Any second now I know, oh hell, I'll break loose. Well, people are crazy and times are strange. I'm locked and tied, I'm out of range. I used to care, but things have changed. City ain't doing me no good. I'm in the wrong town. I should have been in Hollywood. Just for a second there, I thought I saw something move. I'm gonna take dancing lessons to the jitterbug rag. Ain't no shortcut, man. I'm gonna dress and drag. Only a fool thinks I got something left to prove. A lot of water out of the bridge, a lot of other stuff too. Don't stand up, gentlemen. I'm only I sing too. People are crazy and times are strange. I'm locked and tied, I'm out of range. I used to care, but things have changed. Walking 40 miles of bad road. If the Bible is right, the world is set to explode. I'm trying to get as far away from myself as I can. Some things are too hot to touch. Well, the human mind can only stand so much. You can't win with a losing hand. Feel like falling in love the first woman I meet. Put her in a wheelbarrow and take her on down the street. Crazy and times are strange. I'm locked and tied, I'm out of range. I used to care, but things have changed. Hurt easy. I just don't show it. You can hurt someone and never even know it. The next 6 seconds are gonna be an eternity. Get low down, gonna get high. All the truth in the world is just one big lie. I'm in love with a woman who don't even appreciate me. Mr. Jinx and Miss Lucy, they jumped in the lake. I ain't here to make that same mistake. Crazy and times are strange. I'm locked and tied, I'm out of range. I used to care, but things have changed. People are crazy and times are strange. I'm locked inside, I'm gonna rage. Silence your phones, please. I used to care, but things have changed. Thank you for letting me eviscerate the rage of driving down I-95. Am I clear? Oh. Well, thank you very much. We got a fabulous featured artist this evening, Influxus. I'm excited to see them. But first, let's get through this list. A marvelous list evening. Great list tonight. Jim Baird, come on up here, man. Are you standing, sitting? What would you like out of life?
I'm standing.
Excellent, excellent. Well then, but get up here. Stand up here. And would you like to hold this or just the microphone's fine?
I can just pretend I was holding it.
That's good. Okay, yeah. This is for your face. Please welcome Jim.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jim Baird, and I'm really nervous, just so you know. Thought I'd get that out of the way.
Just pretend everybody's wearing clothes.
But somebody else did that, though. I'm going to sing a song about that was actually written by my grandfather, in way back in the worlds, and particularly in the worlds of World War I. He was there. He was a flyer. He flew all over in very dangerous places and got himself help home. And he wrote a song, and I want to read his song to you because it's been part of our family, kind of real for many years. It's called "At the Aviation Station." At the aviation station, I'm going to sing it actually. I forgot that. I was going to do that. At the aviation station in Essington, PA. There they work us in the morning, afternoon, and middle of the day. Once a week there comes a Sunday, a day we call our own. When we pack our bags and travel far across the hills towards home. But even on Sunday, we're often working too. Though our work is most congenial, we're sorry that it's never through. Thank you.
You prepped me for two. You just want to. Okay, that's fine.
Like it's married?
I just didn't run Brian, but he's up next.
You want to do more?
We'll get Brian up here then if you're like, I've got more things to say.
Frothing at the mouth, I'll let you know.
Frothing? Okay. We'll watch for froth.
Okay, good.
Froth Launch 2023.
And so if we're going to review over there, let's do this. Last week, Brian Lee arrived tonight, talked up his piano playing, and he promptly played guitar. So I'm cautious about making any assumptions. I'm not going to make any assumptions.
Check.
He seems like he'll probably, but if I say it, he's going to move. Please welcome just Brian Lee. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you. Is this yours, Rob?
Yup. You can make some calls. It's fine.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do a couple covers tonight, and this one started as an earworm, and it was a happy earworm, not an annoying earworm. So I took it one step further and prepared it for tonight. So I hope you like it. said our goodbyes the night before. Love was in your eyes the night before. Well, now today I find you have changed your mind. Treat me like you did the night before. Were you telling lies the night before? Was I so unwise the night before? When I held you near, you were so sincere. Treat me like you did the night before. Last night is a night I will remember you by. When I think the things we did, it makes me wanna cry. We said our goodbyes the night before. Love was in your eyes the night before. Now today I find you have changed your mind. Treat me like you did the night before. When I held you near, you were so sincere. Treat me like you did the night before. Last night is a night I will remember you by. When I think of things we did, it makes me wanna cry. Were you telling lies the night before? Was I so unwise the night before? When I held you near, you were so sincere. Treat me like you did the night before. Like the night before. Night before. Thank you. For me, that's one of Paul McCartney's gems. It's just a great song. Now, this one, I'm probably going to have more than one mistake in, so, no. Thank you, though. This one's got a lot of words. Let's see here. So this I put together for David. I'm going to dedicate this to David. You know, what has he done for us lately, right?
Built this stage. Who cares?
Once upon a time, you dressed so fine, you threw the bums a dime in your prime, didn't you? People call, say, beware, doll, you're bound to fall. You thought they were all kidding you. You used to laugh about everybody that was hanging out. Now you don't talk so loud. Now you don't seem so proud about having to be scrounging for your next meal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be without a home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone? You've gone to the finest schools, all right, Miss Lonely, but you know you only used to get juiced in it. Nobody's ever taught you how to live out on the street. Now you're gonna have to get used to it. You say you never compromise with a mystery tramp, but now you realize he's not selling any alibis. As you stare into the vacuum in his eyes and say, do you want to make a deal? How does it feel? Everybody. How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, a complete unknown, like a rolling stone? You never turn around to see the frowns on the jugglers and the clowns when they all did tricks for you. You never understood that it ain't no good. You shouldn't let other people get your kicks for you. You used to ride on a chrome horse with your diplomat, who carried on his shoulder a Siamese cat. Ain't it hard when you discovered that he really wasn't where it's at? After he took from you everything he could steal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone? Princess on a steeple and all the pretty people, they're all drinking, thinking that they've got it made, exchanging all precious gifts. But you better take that diamond ring, you better pawn it, babe. You used to be so amused at Napoleon and rags and the language that he used. Go to him, he calls you, you can't refuse. When you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose. You're invisible now. You've got no secrets to conceal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone? Like a rolling stone, like a rolling stone, like a rolling stone. Thank you.
Another hand for Brian Lee. Rick, you're a sitter, right? You sit. You sit.
Yes.
Cool. Oh, Brian Lee playing the Dylan songs. I'm worried about what I've started here. You will notice the thing that I did with the Dylan song, which is to play it very fast because otherwise it's very long.
I took the second person's time.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Evening it all out.
Woo! Hello.
Center vocal. Center DI. God, I love your guitar. I don't want to make it weird, but
I've gotten that impression, and that's nice. I love my guitar too. 10 years ago, on a cold, dark night, someone was killed 'neath the town hall light. The people who saw, they all did agree that the slayer who ran looked a lot like me. The judge said, "Son, what is your alibi? If you were somewheres else, then you don't have to die." I spoke not a word, though it meant my life, for I'd been in the arms of my best friend's wife. She walks these hills in a long black veil, visits my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, no, nobody sees. Nobody knows but me. The scaffold is high, eternity near. She stands in the crowd, she sheds not a tear. But sometimes at night, when the cold winds moan in a long black veil, she cries over my bones. She walks these hills in a long black veil, when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, no, nobody sees. Nobody knows, nobody Nobody knows, nobody knows but me. Thank you. I think that's by Anan, as far as I know. So, what? I agree. Let's see. I'm going to shoot my mouth off a little bit here, I have been in a little what I call, or what we call, a climate action band. Thank you.
It's okay. Everybody who's not clapping, they're like, yeah, climate change.
Anyway, it's a new genre. There's a lot of money in it, of course. Fame, fortune.
It's like for all musicians.
Right. So we made a record over here at Tonal Park and Takoma Park, and we think it's okay. We're called the Sunshiners, and the record's called Endangered Species. And but one of our band members, who some of you may know, her name is Kippen Martin. She had to drop out of the band because she and her partner had a baby, and then there was a pandemic, and one thing led to another. You didn't hear that?
There's a pit.
Pandemic?
Wait, that
Okay.
sounds like fake news.
Anyway, so we're looking for a female, ideally, singer who plays the guitar to take Kippen's place, if anybody knows of anybody who might like to do that. Like I said, there's a lot of money in it. And anyway, this next song I'm going to play is on our EP. It's not really a climate song, but it's one of my favorite Pete Seeger songs. So. Oh, yeah, a golden thread and needles so fine. I'd weave a magic band of rainbow design, of rainbow design. In it I would weave the bravery of women giving birth. In it I would weave the innocence of children of all earth, children of all earth. Far over the water, I'd reach my magic band to every city in every single land, in every land. Show my brothers and my sisters my rainbow design. Bind up this sorry world through hand and heart and mind, hand and heart and mind. Far over the water, I'd reach my magic band to every human being, so they Thank you.
How old is that Pete Seeger song?
I have no idea, but I will say something about it now that you mentioned it. Some of you may know this, but there was a TV show back in the 60s on PBS called Rainbow Quest. Has anybody ever heard of that? Anyway, it was hosted by Pete Seeger. I think he was still blacklisted. I guess it was back when PBS had some guts. But he had amazing people on this show, and these shows are on YouTube. Like there's very rare footage of like Reverend Gary Davis, Mississippi John Hurt, Johnny Cash, Donovan, Judy Collins, Joan Baez. I mean, it's not rare of Joan Baez, but like Reverend Davis and John Hurt and people like that. So look it up on YouTube, Rainbow Quest, and it's you know the name of the show is based on this song. So
Isn't that the name of his boat, too?
no, that's the Clearwater. Yeah.
That's enough out of you.
Yeah.
Keep all this on track. We've got Rob Parenthetical Other coming up next. Nice job, Rick. We will try to track down women who play guitar or would like to sing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And make it big.
Not in a weird way. Yeah, Kevin Martin is a beast, so like trying to come close to replace.
Easy to replace. No.
Yeah. Dave, he's plugging a preamp into this, so that might give you more volume than you expect. Be gentle. But he's not in yet.
Center DI. I'm marking.
Center DI, yes. Tuner off.
Yep.
Okay. You got it?
Yeah, I see it. It is a little bit loud.
Sweet mother of God, there's too much power here.
Let's start low.
That's wise.
Try that.
And with the music status, we'll leave it there. You can back up a little bit if you want. We've got a little more. Okay. A lot more extension.
That's funny. Here.
Please welcome Rob Parenthetical Other.
Yeah, usually I don't need, this is the original songs, and I usually don't need to actually have the words of my original song. But tonight's different because I wrote this song like a couple of nights ago, so I still don't really know it, you know, after you've been there. But when I thought about it, I said, you know, why don't I just go do this? And so please, with your forbearance, I'll wait till the second, because this other new song I've actually played out, and so I'm a little bit more confident that I'm going to remember the words to that. So both of these are musings on, I don't know, and guilt, I guess, of some sort or another. So the first one is called a sort of fun song called Good Intentions. So I don't need this for that. Okay. That's too loud. Well, I'm waking in the morning and remembering last night and recalling all the thoughts that I put my head under the pillow and refused to see the light. But I know there's a price I'm gonna pay. That if the road to hell is paved with good intentions, then hell, I know I must be on my way. But why sing a song to admit all I done wrong. If I ain't wrong, if I ain't gone to heaven anyway. These days minding my own business means doing nothing much at all. I'm like some old car stalled out by the road, or a dusty box of fireworks in the closet down the hall, still thinking there's a chance they can explode. But if the road to hell is paved with good intentions, then hell I know I must be on my way. But why sing a song to admit all I done wrong if I ain't gone to heaven anyway? Well, I know that I won't even try to lead with my head and not my heart. But I don't know why I should apologize when things all fall apart. Well, I'm not asking for redemption, I'm just making up a plan to make the most of days that are to come, and hold my head up high and be just who I am, and not feel like some prisoner on the run. You can join me, Fike. And if the road to hell is paved with good intentions, then hell I know I must be on my way. But why write a song wrong if I ain't on it? It's 11:30 and I ain't gone to heaven anyway. Yeah. Well, I'd sort of take a lot of inspiration from Mr. Prine, because what he does is sort of makes you feel like if it doesn't really make sense to you totally, that's okay. You know, you sort of go with it, and then sort of try to make it work, and that's what I really love about his lyrics. All right, so this one I probably have to cheat a little bit on just to because it's fresh out of the box. Well, rich man's wallet on the ground right there. If I took it, it would pay my fare, and he'd never know. He'd never know. I got a ear full of angels singing, please believe. I got an army of devils tugging at my sleeve. So a man pulled his child by her hair, looked at me, said, what do you care? She belongs to me. She belongs to me. I got an ear full of angels singing, please believe. I got an army of devils tugging at my sleeve. Boss man says he's gonna dock my pay just because he feels that way. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. I got an ear full of angels singing, please believe. I got an army of devils tugging at my sleeve. When your mind gives you reasons that your heart thinks it's treason, well, you know how it's gonna end. So let your body get battered, it don't really matter. It's your soul you're trying to defend. Best friend's girl's giving me the eye, says we can hide it if we try, but I tell her no. Oh, I tell her no. I got an earful of angels singing, please believe. I got an army of devils tugging at my sleeve. I got an army of devils tugging at my sleeve. Thank you. So that's brand new. That's called Army of Devils. Okay. Thank you. I'm out.
That's a good question. Is he out? Yeah, he's out. Okay, cool. Dave Eisenman's out.
Oh, that's me. Thank you. I hardly looked at this, you know. I hardly looked. Just every once in a while.
Good, because like the lights were directly behind it, so I probably wasn't making your life too easy.
I was too nervous to notice stuff like that.
Are you sitting?
As long as the chair is there, we'll sit.
I appreciate that actually. As a 5'8" kind of guy, I'm tired of looking up at all y'all because everyone here is taller than me.
Well, it's not just that, the way you set this mic up, you got us all sort of standing on the edge there.
Standing on the edge. That's my life right there. Stop moving. That's for your face.
Hello. I haven't done anything yet.
Damn it, it's my job to make them clap before they know what they're in for.
All right, everybody having a good September? All right, this is a song about September, or a September. Coincidentally, it's called September. There's something about September, when the first chill air of fall arrives. I can't help but remember those days we walked along the riverside. Cause it was in September when the clouds begin to hang so low. We shared our favorite lines from Keats and Shelley to autumn and a dream of the unknown. We spent every day that month together. There was hope in our hearts and poetry in our souls. And yet before the end of that September, we both saw the fading of the rose.
We spent every day that month together. There was love in our hearts and poetry in our souls. Yet before the end of that September, we both saw the fading of the rose. Well, there will always be something about September, when the leaves turn yellow, gold, and red. We'll bring to mind those long forgotten verses we shared down by the river's trembling edge. Okay, enough melancholy. This next song is kind of to honor somebody. 2 days ago, September 17th, was the 100th anniversary of the birth of, born in Alabama. Hank Williams. Hank Williams. And, bonus question, for a chance to win this beautiful car over here from the Rob Hinkle collection, what is Hank Williams' actual given birth name? Jimmy, you got it. No, Hiram Williams. Sometimes referred to as the Hillbilly Shakespeare. Well, this is my favorite Hank Williams song, and I know a little bit about Shakespeare, and this ain't Shakespeare. And if you know it, you can sing along with it too. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we can find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill. I know a good spot up over the hill. They got soda pop and the dancing's free. If you wanna have some fun, come along with me. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? I'm gonna throw my date book over the fence, buy me a new one for 5 or 10 cents. Keep it till it's covered with age, from writing your name on every page. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Oh yeah, how's about cooking something up with me? And the story I heard was that Hank Williams wrote that song on an airplane with Minnie Pearl in 20 minutes in 1951.
The visual image of that is awesome.
Yeah.
Please, another hand for Frank.
Thank you.
Ty, are you a sitter or a stander? Oh, excellent, excellent.
And I'm going to turn this mic upside
that down so it's facing up at me.
You as you see fit.
There we go.
Right.
There you go.
Ty comes to us from long, long, far distance thing way away. That was a terrible intro. Thank you. And I'll let him tell that story if he so desires, because he's come a long way to be here for 2 songs. This is exactly the reason he has crossed the entire continent of North America. He had heard about the Spark, Takoma Park open mic, and he said, you're a pilot as well, right?
Yes, sir.
He's playing across the plains, across mountains and things, looked at sea monsters down below, braved lions, and came to us here in Takoma Park. Please welcome Ty.
I think we'll just go with that. So Cindy and I are from Alaska, and we've been up there for 30-some years, and moved up there a long time ago, bought a piece of land, cleared it, built a cabin, raised our kids there, and lo and behold, they all moved away. So we left just recently and sold out, and everything we own is in a 10 by 20 storage container in Spokane. And I mean everything, except the motorcycle and the canoe, which are at my son's house. He's a doctor in Spokane. My daughter works here for the State Department. She's just been reassigned to the States for 2 years, teaching at the State Department College. So our little granddaughter's home from overseas, so we're kind of doing the back and forth thing between the 2 coasts. And then my son recently got out of the military, and he's in Philly. In college to be a vet. So on the road, and Cindy, veterinarian. Cindy, I said to her, can I fit the Martin in with everything? Because we just packed up our Subaru, Thule on top. And she said, I can fit the Martin. It'll be fine. So if you enjoy anything tonight, there's Cindy sitting right there, and she fitted in. So anyway, so I do write a lot of my stuff, songs, stories, ballads, but I'm going to sing some other folk stuff tonight for you. When you're not feeling strong and everything it is wrong, and you can't find the song to embrace where you've gone, when your eyes fall to the ground, you know, I hope you can call on me. I will come to you with a song, so you are not alone. Going down to the gates, the paddy wagons await, and you stand in the shade, when your eyes fall to the ground, you know, I hope you can call on me. I will come to you with a song, so you are not alone. Da 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 da. Walking down by the shore, the wind and water water in your face, and in the fury of the storm, you find your hiding place. When your eyes fall to the ground, you know, I hope you can call on me. I will come to you with a song, so you are not alone. When your eyes fall to the ground, you know, I hope you can call on me. I will come with the song, so you are not alone. When your eyes fall to the ground, you know. So this next song is a young lady speaking. You know, one of the things I love about music, and folk music especially, is it's not always a happy story. And life isn't always a perfect ending. And we all have our stories and our journeys, and there's happy, bright spots, and there's things about it that we wish were different. And so this is from a gal who, it's called Mill Worker. I'm sure you've heard it. My grandfather was a sailor. He blew in off the water. My father was a farmer, and I his only daughter. Took up with a no-good mill-working man from Massachusetts, who dies from too much whiskey and leaves me these three faces to feed. Mill work, it ain't easy. Mill work, it ain't hard. Mill work, it ain't nothing but an awful boring job. I'm waiting on a daydream to take me through my morning and put me in my coffee break where I can have a sandwich and remember that it's me and my machine for the rest of the morning, for the rest of the afternoon, and the rest of my life. Now my mind begins to wander to the days back on the farm. I can see my father smiling at me, swinging on his arms. I can hear my granddad's stories of the storms out on Lake Erie, where vessels and cargoes and fortunes and sailors' lives were lost. Yes, but it's my life has been wasted, and I have been the fool to let this manufacturer use my body for a tool. I can drive home every evening staring at my hands, swearing by my sorrow that a young girl understands.
man a better chance. May I work his mill just as long as I am able, and never meet the man whose name is on the label. It be me and my machine for the rest of the morning, for the rest of the afternoon gone, and the rest of my life. My grandfather was a sailor. He blew wind off the water. My father was a farmer, and I his only daughter. Thank you.
Gorgeous, gorgeous set. Another hand for Ty.
All right, give us a couple minutes. We got our featured artist Influxus coming up, and Influxus is going to take a sec to become fully fledged behind me. There's pipes to moisten and drums to beat and to submission and stuff. So take a sec, wiggle your butts a little bit. Thank you so much for being here online, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank you so much for tuning in, and give us just a moment. I got chairs up here, man. Some of you have been wondering, myself included, WTF is an Influxus? Maybe they'll tell us. Maybe they would leave it as mystery. Speaking as a band with a weird name, I lied to people about the band name for a long, long, long time. Made things up. It was good for them.
Well, hello everybody, and thank you all so much for having us. I know we're probably unfamiliar faces to you all, seeing as we've never been here. But what we are is essentially two transplants from a band. If any of you have been to the Maryland Renaissance Festival, you might have seen us. We play with a group called Volgamut most of the time, which specializes in early music, primarily medieval and Renaissance, on historical instruments. But we had the opportunity to come out here, thanks to Rob and excuse me, Dave.
I'm the pretty one.
Yes. Thanks to Rob and Dave. Yes.
Do you want this in front of you, or you said maybe behind? Or?
We'll see. Yeah. And one of the particularities about the instrument that I play is that it's incredibly difficult to mic. So we'll do our best here. But one way or the other, thank you all so much for being honest. I hope that we can follow the tips about this.
He's awkward about that. I was awkward earlier today. I made a fully half of the You Be Illin song by Run the MC joke with Illin pipes.
Fantastic.
And normally I get at least 2 or 3 likes, 7, sometimes 20. This is the first time where I feel like I was entirely downvoted on the entirety of the internet. It was terrible.
Yeah, absolutely, Martin.
Tell me if I can help.
Your thing is more personal. Mine's just like that.
What is that?
I'll tell you what. This is called small pipes, Scottish small pipe. So it's essentially, this is essentially a Great Highland bagpipe, but not great. More small and considerably more intimate, and plays better with other instruments than Highland pipes typically tend to. Can you all hear that? Yeah. Then good. I feel like I don't need to
Just barely.
Just barely? Okay. Yeah. Small pipes though they be, they are still bagpipes, absolutely. So, what we mean to start with here is a tune from Renaissance Italy. Excuse me. A form of dance called a saltarello, which means to leap. It comes from the Latin saltar. It means to leap, to skip, to jump, to frolic. Something in that vein of things. And you'll hear, just from the nature of the tune, that's very appropriate. Now, if any of you happen to be experts in Renaissance Italian dance, then please, by all means, take advantage of the 5 square feet of space over there to do the Italian dance. Otherwise, this is an Italian saltarello. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for your forbearance, but hopefully none of you noticed that I screwed up a few times. In any case, give me just a moment to retune for the next tunes. Now, out of curiosity, how many of you are familiar with the workings of the bagpipe? None? Good. Oh, wait, one, yes. For the rest of you, congratulations. I promise you it's not something you really want to get into. But for those who are curious, these things that hum and drone singular notes are called drones. Who might have thought? Yeah, and the melody coming out of this part, this is the chanter. But in any case, you can hear, aside from that, when they are true and when they are not. Bagpipes, being what they are exceptionally simple instruments. Not necessarily easy, but very simple instruments. Fixed scale, 9 notes. In any case, the next suite of tunes that we're going to play are called gavottes. They're a kind of old French dance that have music as an accompaniment. So when you say you're going to play a gavotte, it really means you're going to play music for a gavotte. Anyway. So what these are all called, I have no idea, because frequently they are not named. But it's a beautiful suite of tunes, introduced to me by a good friend of mine, my mentor, as it were, E.J. Jones. And they go like this. So very much, yes. And for those of you who are curious, perhaps, about the nature of the drum upon which my companion here is playing, this is called, in multiple different cultures, either a tapan or a davul, depending on where. And actually, I think you might be able to tell me better.
It depends on the region that uses it. Tupan is typically Turkish or Eastern European. Davul's more common in the Persian cultures. And it's typically played with sticks. It has a thick skin and a thin skin. And it's played with like a bass drum mallet and a really skinny like wooden dowel to get like a nice
snap out of it, yes.
But because of the way this one was designed and the skins that I'm using, it also works very good as a sort of a full-sized frame drum.
Yeah.
Which we use for our quiet music when we're in our
Which is to say, this right here, yes. If you were playing it with sticks and switches, you would not hear me at all. And I actually have to give credit to him and testament, because he assembled this drum from parts. That's it. The only thing that he took from it were the shell and the heads. Everything else, every other part of it was assembled, tensioned, and
Why do all the assembly, none
yes.
of the manufacturing?
Either way. The liveliness of this drum, even on even hand
rope
played.
tension. It's done in like the style
Yeah.
of the djembe.
Nothing like that
And everything in
style. I'm blanking on what we're playing next.
I believe it's
Oh yes.
jigs.
All right. So next comes to you, as we are a blend of early and traditional music. And traditional is basically a word that I've heard to say, or I've heard to describe early music, but later. So these are some traditional Irish jigs. In particular, they are named Lark in the Morning, which may or may not be familiar to any of you who happen to go to Irish sessions. And if not, Lark in the Morning, followed by a tune called Merrily Danced the Quaker's Wife, or in other parts of Ireland, Merrily Kissed the Quaker's Wife. Which parts, I'm not sure, but either way. A pair of lovely jig tunes. Let me retune once again. Wow, really close. All right, ready?
Yep.
Nope, that's the first tune we played. All right, here we go. Thank you. Thank you.
Just a moment here of your time as you fix whatever broken mice are inside.
Broken mice.
This is that awkward time when I say unto thee, if you've got anything you can put in my hungry tip coffee carafe for our featured artist, it's wonderful. It's always just, frankly, a token because, man, the talent that comes across our little stage is way beyond passing a tip carafe for tips.
For sure.
However, They are part of the Renaissance Festival crowd, which means that they are often used to being paid in beers and undergarments. I see you reaching down there already. Yeah, keep those on. We don't do that here because it's a school of musical traditions. We have to keep things a little more proper here. So if you do want to pay in undergarments, please step out. The restrooms are back in that direction, and you do it there. You guys don't have any online presence or anything like that. How would we find you again if we're like, man, this was amazing. I desire more of your pipes and drums?
The two of us in particular, that's a very good question. I wish I had an answer for you. Truth be told, this little duo right here is something of an anomaly.
And a first time.
And a first time, yes. Oh, well, thank you so much, yeah.
Are you at the Ren Fest now?
We are at the Renaissance Festival. We will be there for one more weekend. We will be for this coming weekend with the full band of almost strictly early music. And the tagline of the band that we play with there is early music for modern minds. So don't think of it as anything particularly stuffy or overly scholarly. It really is rock music, or it really is early music turned into rock music. It's the way that I think of what we play, except on bagpipes.
With harmony.
With harmony,
And
lots of
that's
harmony.
what really sets the group apart. That's, I'll tout it. Like, there's tons of groups, especially in Europe, that play from the same book of tunes that we play. But nobody has our Miles Davis-like arrangements of these old tunes, and definitely not done in 2- and 3-part harmony sometimes.
Sure.
And I asked our director one time when the bagpipes were struggling to get in tune, which is necessary to do the harmony, I was like, well, how did they do that historically? When the guys were obviously struggling with the weather to get everything dialed in. And he's like, well, think about any painting or woodcut that has a bagpipe in it. I'm like, okay. He goes, how many are in there? I'm like, 1.
Yeah. And
he's like, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's really where the magic is in our group is playing bagpipes in harmony.
Extremely temperamental instruments, and instruments not meant to be played for extended periods of time in inclement weather, being made to play in a way that are, something special, something that both of us have stuck with for over a decade at this point. So, good question. I wish I could answer you.
The band was originally formed in the late 90s in Cyclin, and it was local German musicians and an American expat that was going to university there and studying early music for musicology. They were all in a larger group, and 3 or 4 of them decided to take their ball and play their own thing. And in roughly 2006, that American came back to the States and started hiring Americans predominantly to play the Renaissance festivals here in America.
Sure.
And that is pretty much where we got roped into it.
Sure, yeah. I got roped into it in 2010, and him a few years before.
2007.
And 3 years before. Anyway, so of all that we have played this evening, this is one of the only tunes that is shared with that particular band. Which one is this again? Andro.
Okay.
Yes. This is another form of French dance, an andro, and I actually know a little bit of history with this, so indulge me for a moment, please. Andros were a form of circle dance or line dance where people would link pinkies, actually, as far as I know. They would essentially pinky swear, but hold it upright and bring it up and down in accordance with dance steps that went to music, played along to it. And this is, and the entire purpose of this is to dance in a circle and flatten out a plot of land to build a circle house on. And andro. What it translates to, I could not say. Google is probably a better instructor than I am in that case. But I do know that after I have this tuned, that's on the normal. That we will be playing. One of our absolute favorite andros. There are many, many of them. In the same way as a gavotte, when you say you're playing a gavotte, you're really playing music for a gavotte. When you say you're playing an andro, it's music for an andro. Well, that's cool, but it's not right. All right. Third time's a charm. Let's hope. Almost there. Thank you so much for your forbearance. And thank you again.
This is what it's like being the drummer in this band.
Yeah.
Just waiting for them to get it in tune.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we are. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. Whether you knew it or not, you were a part of something very important for us tonight. Thank you so much. I'm usually not the leader of any sort of show. I'm usually not the one with all eyes on me. But thank you all so very much for your forbearance and for your extremely warm reception to us both. That's I think all for us. Is that about right? Just make sure.
Actually, since this is so special and we also have a really freaking short night, if you have another.
We do. We do. We have an encore. We have a contingency tune. Yeah. All right. This one I can't speak to the quality of any more than the others. But
We're a quiver.
I will do my best. This is one of my absolute favorite tunes. It's one of the more recent ones that we learned. And it was a little disappointing to learn that it was not, in fact, an early tune, which means that we can't, in all honesty, play it in the band as part of our mainstay. We can, we just bullshit about it. Anyway, but this is a tune also from France called Hellebore, and Hellebore describes a kind of particular flower for which certain cultures in France hold a special reverence. And the rest of the history of the tune I'm not entirely sure on. All I know is that I heard it, I loved it immediately, and basically insisted on playing it more. So give me just one more moment because it's in a different key. Oof. All right. Welcome to the wonderful world of question.
I have a question on the drum.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
When you do that little kind of tonal slide, what is that called? Is that something called something?
I believe it probably does have a name. As far as hand drumming from any sort of cultural ethnic, I'm completely self-taught. You see a lot of Middle Eastern players usually use it on doumbeks. Frame drummers in the Balkans, they can do that stuff too. I don't know what it's called, but I just know how it functions.
That dampening thing that he does, yeah, it's neat. Yeah.
And yeah, it really adds a little more color than just.
Yeah. No, he's the ringer, honestly. Yeah.
What's the skin made of?
Oh, it's mylar. It's absolutely synthetic. We don't use natural heads typically because, well, they just can't hold up to the varying changing of temperatures that we use. So yeah, this is mylar. This is a Remo head with a dead ringer in there. We used to use the fiber skins, but I've always got tired of replacing the head just because the paper went bad.
Yeah.
So this is the Renaissance, the head, you know, with the dead ringer. So it's the Power Stroke Renaissance, and you get that nice. If I turned it over onto the resonance side,
Yeah.
which is a Renaissance ambassador,
Bong, the bong, the bong. Yeah.
which can be cool in certain effects too. But yeah, so it's
Oh,
mylar.
yeah, garage can snare. Yeah, absolutely.
Curious to use your slide technique on the other side now.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if I've ever really tried it.
I don't know. It's got some pop, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey.
My mom's favorite stuff here.
Still just a hair? All right, I'm gonna do those slow intros.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, this is the issue with some pipes.
Mine is muffler.
Yeah, right.
They're all held in place by basically the tension of wrapped hemp thread. And when the temperature changes, it changes the tension of that hemp thread and the width of that hemp thread. So sometimes the pressure will just flat out shoot parts of the instrument off like ballistic missiles. But Thank you all again. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Yeah. What more can I say? What a lovely night, and thank you to all of you for coming to hear us. And I will now cede the stage to. Yes. Okay. All right. We're getting going.
Everybody just give a hand for Chris. This is his flagship, trying to do his own thing, and I'm just here to support him. He did all the words, so.
Yeah, we'll see that. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. And.
The old I'm just a drummer.
I am though, I really am.
Nah.
Another hand for Influxus, please.
Thank you. I am sorry to have absolutely buggered your microphones up, but yeah.
Absolutely fine.
Okay.
Okay, we got Rebecca Presti coming up next, who came out to us for the first time last week, and she scienced us up with her singer-songwriterness. It was really awesome. Playing the guitar I dreamed of years ago. I dream of it no longer.
It's a guitar worth dreaming about.
It's a good guitar.
It is. You know, I actually have had this since I was in high school, and recently I thought I would get one of these traveling guitars, and it didn't end up working out for other reasons, but part of it was the guilt. This is my guitar. She's always been with me after all these years, and I kind of felt like I was cheating on her to have another guitar in the corner.
No, you would never use the electronics, right?
I can use the electronics now, yeah. Let's.
Cool. Yeah, just set everything in the microphone. Yeah.
So anyways, this is my loyal baby who's been with me all these years. All right.
Where was it made, that guild?
That's a great question. It's a Yari, so I think it was made in Japan?
Yari's Japan.
See, we've been together all these years, and I still don't know her basic story, so that just said a lot about me. All right, so is the volume here okay? Excellent. All right. Well, one day I was sitting around and I was looking at my husband's collection of records, which, if any of you have a big collection of records, you know that there's a lot of wonderfulness about that. And every time you move, it feels like it just represents like this deep heaviness of existence because there's so much to move and carry and it's so heavy. So sometimes I've kind of personified these records in accordance with all the things that also make me annoyed about him periodically. So it's kind of taken on this angst, like, these aren't just records, they're you. And so I was thinking about that, how I'm just telling you a lot about myself tonight. And how... Excellent. All my secrets revealed. But anyways, so I was thinking about how objects do become representative of ourselves and of other people in our lives. And sometimes they're annoying and they represent all that we hate about something. And sometimes, though, they also are a place to go to look for answers when you're feeling uncertain. And there's kind of a solace in sitting in silence with belongings, just like you might sit with yourself and just ruminate. And so this is a song about looking for answers when I'm feeling uncertain, and just the feeling of wandering around waiting for things to be more clear. So it's called Waiting in the Dark. Sifting through your stacks of records, searching for signs of life. Losing you is forced surrender. I was ready to wage a fight. Vinyl never felt so heavy. Peace has never felt so empty as when I'm waiting through the dark. And now I'm waiting through the dark. Our eyes held a secret language, but lately I don't It's impossible to trace it from the start. And now I'm waiting, waiting, waiting through the dark. And now I'm waiting, waiting, waiting through the dark. There's message in the movements that you make. All the times I look at you and you look away. The falling out of love snuck up so slowly. It's impossible to trace it from the start. So now I'm waiting, waiting, waiting through the dark. Now I'm waiting, waiting, waiting through the dark. Waiting through the dark. Waiting through the dark. Thank you so much. Well, this next song I wrote for a friend of mine whose dog recently died. And it's kind of amazing with grief how as soon as you hear about someone else's story, it just propels you back into your own experiences. And I remember after our first dog died, I was just astounded by how much empty space there was, how silent it was, and how it felt like there were literally like holes in the air containing her presence, and she was everywhere all the time and yet nowhere. And it was almost unbearable. And so this song is called Empty Spaces. Sunlit hallways bathed in gold, morning glory, but my heart runs cold. 'Cause since you left me, all that I can sense is the empty spaces. Ooh. The pulse of hours never stops. It's a moving walkway that propels and pushes me along. But since you left me, all that I can do is revisit all our places, searching for any sign of you that time hasn't erased yet. My heart is held in this empty space. My heart is held in this empty space. My heart is held in this empty space. Sunlit always bathed in gold, morning glory, but my heart runs cold. 'Cause since you left me, all that I can sense is the empty spaces. Thank you so much. Can I plug?
Dan's grabbing his guitar. With a swiftness even. You sitting tonight? Cool. I had this love affair with the end of nights, where everything's quiet and you look around and you realize there's only 2 people left in the audience or something like that. And I'm wandering around the room and I'm remembering, I'm coming back and I'm realizing, no, but you know, we still have a half full room. It's just that you're that drop dead quiet and attentive. And I can't express how appreciative as a performer I am to that kind of attention, so thank you. Dan's waiting on his little guitar ears. I mean tuners.
Sorry, thought I was ready. Oh. Use it as your alibi to keep it broken. In a million words that I have spoken, there's nothing I can say to keep you open. I'm on the edge, lost in this endless maze. Our love was a fire, now it's a smoky haze.
dance in circles, caught in this tragic play. And I can't keep saying everything's okay, 'cause it's your lullaby, island potion. You use it as your alibi to keep you broken. In a million words that I have spoken, there's nothing I can say to keep you open. The silence grows louder, echoing through the night. Running out of chances to make it right, 'cause it's your lullaby, island potion. You use it as your alibi to keep you broken. In a million words that I have spoken, there's nothing I can say to keep you open. I got a little more guitar. Pick and join the line, gotta get the code, gotta get the code, gotta get the code, gotta get the code. During the Depression, life took its toll, scrimping and saving in the bitter cold. A lot of angry questions and dreams put on hold. You gotta find some money, man, yeah, you know that. I gotta get the code, gotta get the code, I gotta get the code, I gotta get the code. I went out to Iraq and I did a tour, came home wondering what I was fighting for. A man said, help me make this stuff get sold. Put some in my pocket, whispered, listen son, you gotta get the code, gotta get the code, gotta get the code, gotta get the code. I met a man who said he owned the news, but he didn't like facts, tried to control my views. I asked him why, he said, son, you're bold, but he sent his men away and yelled, listen man, I gotta get the code, gotta get the code, I gotta get the code, gotta get the code.
It's cold. It's mine. Still looking.
Well, Jim, what you got? And Dave, I'm worried about how hot. It sounds like a microphone that's on real hot. Yep, what's gonna feed back, man? I'm approaching the stage and I'm scared. Thank you.
What was that?
As the open mic host, I often imagine myself as the ghost of Christmas future, specifically from Scrooged, where there's just a moment in this gigantic figure that points. And it amuses me. Come here, Jim. So get that first piece out of you first, and now it's time for the second piece.
Yep.
Second.
Okay. I have two. Want to do two?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you had the first one. You had one earlier.
I know.
You know, can we repeat that one?
Just, that's the kind of guy I want.
See you so rarely. I guess it's fine. I'll
Take
put
it
up
up.
with this
Right,
one
right,
time.
the thing, right.
It's only Jules next. Let's step in front of this microphone for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Like that?
Yeah, that's perfect, actually.
Wow. I want to sing another song that my grandfather told my all of us kids about this and he was a great guy. He was really loved music and taught us a lot about it. So here is one of his songs that I was going to sing to you. It goes, "Oh, I love to ride in my motorboat, the automobile of the sea, where the somebody there's a little to run down the scales and scrape the tails off the shad in the sea, O-C-D. Well, I've spent my day in the usual way, when in my little red car so free, and now I wish with the waves and fish to do just the same at sea." I got one more. Actually, there's about 100 of them, but I don't think you want to stick around.
Give us that last little piece.
Okay. As the spark, as the blackbird in the spring, 'neath the willow tree, soft and light I heard him sing, singing orally, orally, orally. Sing along if you know this. Except now I'll forget it.
Made of golden hair.
Made of golden hair. Sunshine came along with thee, as swallows in the air.
Well, Jules Bland, come here and finish us off. I mean, in a good way. I mean, not in a weird way. I mean, she's a.
Beetlejuice the musical, which I just found out about today, and it's very funny. It's very good.
Bring that thing. Oh my goodness. Gremlins have been in your bag.
No, Beetlejuice.
Tying them slowly together. Mm-hmm. Oh man, now it's
Technically, it has to be spoken unbroken.
I don't know the rules.
That is the rules.
Oh, well, now I know the rules.
Swift and unbroken. Then he shows up and curves on your underage daughter.
I'm glad you know the rules.
Yeah. The music was quite good. You can drop it, I got it. Yeah. Throw it on the ground. Show it his boss. Dave's the boss. Technically. Sort of. I don't know. He's not the boss of this open mic. You have veto power, right? I really do. Yeah. It's too much. Ultimate power. Ultimate power! I'm too weak. Anakin, he's trying to... Nah! Remember? Revenge of the Sith? No! Then he came back. Turns out he was alive the whole time. Okay. I'm still muted, but...
Because, see, the ideal way is that you give me a strum before you're unmuted so I know how loud it's going to be.
You didn't qualify. Okay. Oh. Yeah. I mean, no. Chaotic neutral. Hooray. You don't have to clap. You don't have to clap. It might be bad. Y'all know anybody who says Werther? Werther, oxygen, the elements. Okay, this is a song I don't haven't played often a lot. Oh, recently. As of late. It is my very favorite song I've ever written. That's why I don't play it. Put it on a shelf, a pedestal shelf. This is my song for Nancy Pelosi and friends. To get my placement right. All right. Probably not. solving problems, getting muddy. Things will change if you're patient, just trust me. Know my place, and I play my part, but you stuff your face while you watch a storm. You fill your cup and raise it up. Will it ever be enough? Madness, world on fire. You save face while you preach to your choir, but rage and ire, you won't have it. You play nice while you cater to fascists. Toe the line, now wait my turn, but you compromise while you watch us burn. You steal from us as our eyes adjust. Will it ever be enough? No, it won't. The greed of these people is ridiculous. Look at Mitch McConnell, look at Nancy Pelosi, look at Chuck Schumer, look at all these people. Dianne Feinstein, oh my god, dude, she doesn't know where she is. Mitch pooped his pants. That's what I say when he had that stroke. I say he pooped his pants, because he made that face that babies make where they're like really focusing, but they don't really know what's happening, and that was Mitch. So whenever a friend of yours has a stroke, no, we don't laugh at the human condition, unless it happens to monsters. Anyway, that's the song. It's called An Open Letter to the Ruling Class, and Abolish the Senate. It's for you, Dave. Oh, we're definitely gonna get it done. We're gonna abolish that Senate for sure, because everybody wants good things. Yep. Doesn't matter. You need the Senate to abolish the Senate? Doesn't matter. We're gonna do it. Come on, everybody. Sing along to the abolish the Senate. All right, piano. Yep. This is a song me and my 5 friends wrote in the mid to late 90s. I'm much older than I look, I promise. My friends, let's see, what are their names? Hold on, let's see if I can name all of them. Justin, JC, Lance, Chris, and the other one, Joey. Ugh. Not that one. You'll get it. Oh, yeah, I'm not worried at all about the mix. I would have asked for guitar stuff, so, nah, we're good. Baby, I don't understand why we can't be lovers. Things are getting out of hand. Trying too much, but baby, we can't win. Let it go. If you want me, girl, let me know. I am down
on my knees. I can't take it anymore. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. And when we are apart, I feel it too. And no matter what I do, I feel the pain, with or without you. Baby, don't misunderstand what I'm trying to tell you. In the corner of my mind, baby, it feels like we're running out of time. Let it go. If you want me, girl, let me know. I am down on my knees. I can't take it anymore. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. But when we are apart, I feel it too. And no matter what I do, I feel the pain, with or without you, tearing up my heart and soul. We're apart, I feel it too. And no matter what I do, I feel the pain, with or without you. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. And when we are apart, I feel it too. And no matter what I do, I feel the pain, with or without you.
In Sync. Those are the members of In Sync that I named. Justin and the rest. And the professor and Marianne. Fold up your chairs. It wasn't Backstreet Boys. Although they were my team. It was like a Beatles and Stones feud, except if the Beatles and the Rolling Stones had the same writers and the same managers and worked for the same label. Fold up your chairs.
Someone that I can't pronounce, but Dave booked him, so he'll say it. Thank you. Oh, well, that's not so bad. Alexei. Oh, that's easy. Slavan Alexei. That'd be awesome. Russian vocals. Someone help Jules carry his stuff.
No, I'm fine.
Nope.
Nobody touch me.
Is, you need it out?
Yes?